Hey, welcome to the Explainer. All right, today we're jumping into a tool that is a total game changer for anyone who manages digital content, Adobe Dynamic Media. It's all about tackling that chaos, with all your digital assets. So let's just get right into it. Okay, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You've got that one perfect product shot, but then you need a version for the website banner. A square one for social media, a thumbnail, a high-res one for print, a low-res version for an email, and boom, just like that, your one perfect asset has exploded into 20, 30, maybe even 40 different files. It's a digital mess, right? And that's exactly what we're talking about today, the digital asset nightmare. And look, it's not just about being messy. This stuff is a huge drain on your time, your resources, and yeah, your budget.
All right, so let's really break this down. Think about it, the old way versus the dynamic media way. With the old way, you're stuck manually creating and saving every single version. That means your storage costs just go through the roof, and trying to keep your brand looking consistent everywhere? Good luck, it's a constant battle. What? The dynamic media way? It just flips that whole script. You're working with one primary file. That's it. Your storage costs plummet. And, this is the big one, you get guaranteed brand consistency every single time.
So, you're probably wondering, how exactly does Adobe pull you out of this nightmare? Well, the core solution is actually, beautifully simple in concept, but it's incredibly powerful when you see it in action. It really all boils down to one central idea. So, here it is. At its core, dynamic media is all about this. You upload one single, high-quality primary asset, and from that one file, it generates every single variation you could possibly need. But it does it in real time, on demand, the moment a user's browser asks for it. So think about that. No more folders full of pre-made copies. And this is really the mantra you need to remember for dynamic media. One primary asset file with endless possibilities. It's a complete mindset shift, right? We're moving away from creating and storing files to just generating them on the fly. And that one simple concept, well, it solves pretty much all those problems we were just talking about. So one of the key things that makes all this magic happen is something called an image preset. And honestly, the best way to wrap your head around them is to think of them like macros, in Excel or Google Sheets. They're basically just these predefined recipes of commands, size, format, quality, all that stuff. And you can apply them instantly to your main image to whip up the exact version you need, just like that, on the fly. Okay, so you get the what, but what about the how? How does this magic actually happen behind the scenes? Well, the workflow is actually super elegant and efficient. Let's follow an asset on its journey. It's really just a simple four-step process. Step 1, you upload your main high-res asset into Adobe Experience Manager. Then that file gets automatically synced over to Dynamic Media, where it gets processed. Third, once it's all set, it's published out to a whole global network of delivery servers. And the final step, the moment a user needs it, bam, the asset is delivered instantly.
And that last step, the delivery, that is absolutely crucial. It all works because of a global content delivery network, or CDN for short. Now, what that really means is that copies of your assets are stored on servers all over the planet. So when somebody in, say, Tokyo visits your site, they get the image from a server near Tokyo, not one in New York. The result? You get lightning-fast page loads and a way better experience for your users.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's talk about some of Dynamic Media's superpowers. I'm talking about the features that give you incredible performance without you having to lift a finger.
First up is my favorite, smart imaging. This thing is, well, it's pure genius. It automatically figures out what browser someone is using and how fast their internet connection is. And then it serves up the perfect image format for them, like a super efficient WebP for Chrome users at the smallest possible file size, all without you ever noticing a drop in quality. It's amazing.
And the impact here? It's not small. It is huge. We're not just talking about a minor tweak here. Turning on smart imaging can improve your page load times by anywhere from 22 to a whopping 47%. And in a world where every single millisecond counts, that is a massive advantage. And hey, this isn't just for images. Dynamic Media has the same kind of smarts for video, and it's called adaptive video. You know that super frustrating experience, right? When a video just keeps buffering or it suddenly drops to like potato quality? Yeah, that's the old one-size-fits-all way. Adaptive video is different. It intelligently streams the exact right quality for a viewer's connection, making sure playback is smooth and high-def every single time, even if their Wi-Fi is a little shaky.
Okay, so let's pull all this together. These features are really cool, for sure. But what does this all actually mean for your business, for your day-to-day workflow?
Well, here's the bottom line. It boils down to a few key things. First off, you're going to slash the complexity of your workflow and your storage costs. I mean, dramatically. Second, you get to guarantee a consistent, top-notch brand experience everywhere, on every channel. No more weird off-brand images popping up. Third, you make your site faster, significantly faster. And we all know how critical that is. And all of that, it leads directly to the stuff that really matters. Higher conversion rates and customers who are way more engaged.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question to chew on. In a world that has more devices, more channels, and, let's be honest, higher user expectations than ever before, is the way you're handling assets right now, is it really ready for the future? Or is it maybe time to start thinking a little more dynamically?